Hey guys, Letter Magic here, and among all the side projects announced, I guess, by third-party contractors by Wizards of the Coast, the most exciting, the most, anticipated by the fans is definitely the MMO made by, Arc Games / Perfect World / they got, a bunch of names. And that's because a lot of us saw Neverwinter. I mean, I've played Neverwinter for, 2 years. I mean, it's an MMO. It's very World of Warcrafty. I thought it was the most safe vanilla cookie cutter MMO ever, but I can't really point out anything wrong with it other than that. It was a fantastically fun game. And PvP was tight. I mean, it was a well-designed game. So I thought, okay, take that, fast forward a couple years, and we're going to get a killer magic-based MMO. And the rest of the projects were some stupid MOBA that I think they canceled, and oh god, some god-awful mobile thing that I think already came out but nobody cares because it's so much worse than Puzzle Quest. And so playing on the screen while I'm saying this is the footage, and I believe it was from part of the trailer for the MMO. And now keep in mind, I know what Neverwinter looks like. I played it. So I thought, okay, similar to that. Well, on January 8th, which, yeah, legit, I just missed it for a week, Game Informer uploaded to their website some gameplay footage, finally, because we haven't seen anything at all from the game engine. And this is the like to dislike ratio. Now remember, people were excited about this, they wanted to play it, and they wanted it to exist. Or they were indifferent, and they're whatever. Nobody was really mad about this. Oh, Magic MMO, that's terrible. That doesn't even make sense. If you don't like MMOs, don't play it. But some people were Perfect World, they're not the best game maker ever. I mean, they're not the most creative. I'll give them that. They push a lot of freemium stuff, but I mean, you've seen Arena, so whatever. I thought Neverwinter was perfectly fair. So what did we get? Well, if I play it, I guarantee either Wizards of the Coast themselves or Perfect World Entertainment or Game Informer or all three of them will try to copyright claim my channel. So in keeping with fair use, I'm going to just use still shots. But I mean, seriously, link in the description, just go watch the damn trailer. It's 49 seconds. Just watch it in its entirety because, you might think, oh, it looks bad with it frozen. It looks bad in motion too. In fact, I assume I already, while I'm editing, have some individual shots of what the artwork generally looks like in the gameplay. Wow, I mean, not only is that generic, but that's some 2006 shit. I think, honestly, the game Nox looked better than this. Oh, and Nox came out in the year 2000. Oh my god, that's back when EA still had Westwood Studios and didn't suck. I mean, the way the lighting and the shadows look are cool, but that's probably just the engine they used. The rest of the 3D models and art and animation, pretty weak. It kind of looks like a mobile game because it kind of looks like you could render this on a phone. It's zoomed out way too far, and the reason for that is because low-res textures would be my guess. It just looks like a lot of super, indie game, maybe even purchased assets and stuff. Ugh. I mean, I've heard the most expensive thing in a game, unless you're writing the engine yourself, is the art, the animation, and all the media, all the assets. I mean, the sound effects, the voice acting, all that, but especially the 3D modeling and the art. So I guess they just decided, let's way cheap out and make it look really low quality. Now, I will say they're not done with the game yet, but would they be bold enough to show it off if they're oh, FYI, it's going to look, 4 times higher res and way better by the time we're done. And to take what we're looking at and remake it to look significantly better would literally be remaking it. So I think we're looking at something pretty damn close to a release, and it's not great. Now that said, cool, it's an MMO. They're probably trying to get it to run on a potato to get the most amount of people to run it. I mean, you guys know games that are free or freemium run on the lowest possible hardware because a lot of people under 18 play it because they don't have credit cards and jobs and money. And so, you can run Minecraft or Roblox on a pretty piece of garbage computer, so I think they scaled this down on purpose to ensure that it can run on the most number of PCs, I guess you would say. Now, the footage did say pre-alpha footage. Okay, pre-alpha is a drawing of what you think the game should kind of look like on a napkin. I hate it when people say that. Pre-alpha is you're planning the game, and alpha is a bunch of unskinned 3D models running around. And then a beta is a potential release candidate or a known to be buggy thing with issues that you just want to get feedback on. So yes, this game might look amazing if this is pre-alpha footage or alpha footage, but it's not. I can tell by looking at it, it's not. Those animations are done. I mean, they can tweak them and solve issues with them and flickering and performance drops and whatever, layering problems. And if they have time, they'll redraw a fire effect to look more real and stuff. But like basically we're looking at it, you know what I mean? You don't put in this much work, then start over. So beyond the look of it, which people are absolutely blasting, the controls look loose, untargeted, inaccurate, kind of just vague. It has like a League of Legends look to it. I'm used to Neverwinter's hover targeting where you're like, there it is. In fact, SRO did that. Like almost every game I've ever played, you're a lot closer to like over the shoulder third person. And then you've got like area of effect drops. Like if you're going to cast a fireball, it's like, here's your circle, you know, not just like it's cinematic and oh, maybe it'll hit him. Maybe I'm close enough. Maybe I'm not. So I don't like imprecise gameplay, but they might still be working on that. Also, it was like, oh, Chandra has a big explosion, drive everybody away, area of effect attack. Oh, look, so does Jace. Wow, what drastically different gameplay for blue versus red. It's like they reskinned the same thing. Like, this is some Super Smash Brothers crap right here. And is that, wow, a grand total of 4 attacks prepped? Wow, I mean, one's on cooldown, I can't quite read that, but they got Dominate, Icicle, and Divine Wrath. So Dominate, Mental Magic can take over an opponent, obviously. Icicle probably does damage and freezes them, so yeah, it's kind of blue control-y. Then Divine Wrath, I don't know what that is. Probably the big bursty AoE, but, I mean, I played Yahoo Games Korea Silk Road Online, SRO, like, back when I was in college, so like 2006. Not only did it look better than this, play better than this, and target better than this, but it had 9 attacks just on your base row, and then you could add like more and more and more attacks. In fact, I think Neverwinter had quite a few more than that. It's been a while since I played that one too. So that's why a lot of people are like, wow, it's basically Gauntlet Legends with like 1 more attack. Oh boy. What a mobile looking set of controls. And honestly, you can tell they dumbed it down for a controller. It says XBA. Those are controller buttons. Now I should say, since this trailer came out, there has been extended gameplay footage. And it looks like the 4 attacks that you have are like cards that you pick up from the monsters, but then you can like pre-design a deck before going on the mission or something, and I don't really understand it. But that does add some dynamics, but I will say, with the extended gameplay I've seen, it's very action RPG, not strategic leveling numbers progression RPG. And I don't like action RPGs. In fact, when it comes to MMOs and RPGs, I'd prefer them to be turn-based. So, I mean, I hate to say too much without the game coming out, but they're literally like, here's gameplay, look at it. Like, what do they expect me to do? It looks like an incredibly simplistic, beat-em-up, Gauntlet Legends style, you know, run here, do this, kill everything, run the level, yay, and return to home base, just generic blah mobile game. And most importantly, this does not look like an MMO at all. This does not resemble Neverwinter in any way, shape, or form. And I would have been happy with just like a slightly upgraded, tweaked Neverwinter reskin, but without all that once per day daily limit, you know, bullshit like they had with like basically everything they've ever rolled out when I played it. But yeah, this looks really uncomplicated, low skill, just blah. And whenever it's just a safe generic blah mobile looking simplistic 4 attack level up thing, you know they're going to rely on mountains of pay to win features or like pay to speed up, pay to skip, whatever. It just gives me the vibe that that's the backbone, and then they kind of did the least amount of effort to put a game on top of that. And if that's the case, wow. Now, we could be wrong. There could be massive boss battles. It could be like Diablo 3 good. Because, I mean, honestly, this does kind of look like Diablo 3. I never played it, but I've seen gameplay, and people love that. I mean, I've seen some even just run around roguelikes where, like, the boss battles are so amazing. The story's amazing. The voice acting's amazing. So this could turn around and be, like, way better than it looks. But right now, to me, it looks like simplistic mobile crap. And, well, let's go to the comments section. So it starts out with Santiago with, I can hear that you guys don't have phones in the back of my head. Oh, boy. I mean, this does kind of look like, what was it, Diablo Immortal or whatever? This looks like another generic mobile game. Then hype is gone. Perfect World Entertainment. All right, I'm a head out. I love that. This is not an MMORPG. Second, it looks bad. So it's like, yeah, it looks like an action adventure, like almost like designed for 10-year-olds, just super simplistic blah game from the N64 era, but with a little bit better graphics. And also it looks bad. Let's see. They could have mentioned that this was an ARPG. I don't know, what is action RPG? Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. I was expecting something totally different. Oops, I should move that over. There we go. What, like a gun RPG? Were you expecting Borderlands? But yeah, seriously, I was expecting something completely different. Finally, a game to surpass Raid Shadow Legends. Now, see, that's the worst direction a game that looks like this could go is Raid Shadow Legends. That game looks boring as shit. Let's see. It looks like a boring 10 years old game. Is this an out of season's April Fool's joke? That's another Diablo Immortal reference. Let's see. Wow, I really made this too small. Hold on. Okay, apparently the comments got a little wider than I thought. So Doran says maybe it's my own fault for setting expectations based on the reveal. Yeah, the fake 3D trailer. This is really not what came to my mind when y'all said you were making an double quote MMO. This looks like Diablo mixed with a mobile game. It absolutely does. That's not an MMO. Anyway, this looks like a fun game, but not what I was expecting and not what I have fun playing. Good luck. I could not agree more with every single word of that. Now, like I said, we could all be wrong, who knows, but I doubt it. It looks like what it looks like. I know perfect world. This is probably not going to be good. It's just, yeah, hype is gone. Where's the massive part of this massive multiplayer online game? Yeah, it looks solo. Oh, you can team up and kill stuff slightly faster and kill steal each other. Whoop-de-doo, bare minimum MMO. I like interacting with people, doing parties, running raids. I mean, have you guys ever played Dungeons & Dragons Online DDO by Cryptic, a company who actually knows what they're doing? I think that's who made it. That you run missions. It's like classical D&D, but mixed with like, spell points instead of spell slots and stuff. And just the character progression, the fairness of the premium stuff. It was amazing. That game was absolutely amazing. And it blew up when they made it free to play. Very well reviewed game. I absolutely loved it. The community was toxic as cancer, but other than that, the game was fantastic. Why couldn't they have made that? I mean, this does not look like that at all. It resembles it a little, so they could still turn it around. But this is the least impressive trailer I've ever seen for a game. It's amazing. So yeah, this is what they're calling an MMO these days. Learn how to type, Gollum. Jeez. Let's see. Just because a lot of people can play it doesn't make something an MMO. StarCraft, not an MMO. Street Fighter, not. Okay, you get it. The floating guy looks horrible. It looks like a low-budget mobile game. Yeah, he's just floating because they didn't want to make a walk animation, I think, for Jace. It's like when in Fallout 76, when people were accidentally T-posing and floating, that's what he looks like. But, the animations might not be done yet. That's why you don't upload pre-alpha footage. And by pre-alpha, I mean alpha. And by alpha, I mean it's practically beta. Oh, as a programmer, that drives me insane that game companies constantly get what an alpha and a beta are confused on purpose. And they use it as like a crutch for like, hey, the game looks like shit, so we're going to call it 3 back from the stage it's actually in. Like, this is probably release candidate 1. Anyway, just Raid Shadow Legends. The hype train has departed, crashed, and is now corroding in a junkyard. Ouch. God, people getting vicious. Confirmed the new purple element is the element of pay to win. I think they meant like mana color, like that's what they're going for. Kind of funny joke if that's the case. I actually didn't look too close at that. There probably are some like gems or something in the corner. I was just looking at the gameplay. Yeah, I mean, you guys could read these. It's bad. It's so bad. I mean, like I said, this could be good. This could be the next, like, Diablo 3, but it could be the next Diablo Immortal. It could be Raid Shadow Legends, or it could be, like, a really, really good, I don't know, Legends of Might and Magic, I think, isn't that the name of it? That old school game that kind of looked like this, but was actually good. I mean, if the character progression is amazing, and if that's not the only 4 attacks you can use, otherwise this looks boring, repetitive, stupid, and just blah. But, I don't know. Guess we'll see. I signed up for the beta, so who knows? We'll see what this turns out like. But if this is terrible and you can't run guilds and do missions, do interesting stuff, and there's an in-game like auction house and everything that there is in Neverwinter, I'm probably not going to play this for more than a week. Fair warning. So thanks for watching, guys. Wish I had better news, and I'll see you guys next video.